I officially quit my job, and as of this past Monday, I am unemployed. Yay!
But I suppose it's not quite that simple when I say I'm unemployed. I'm rather changing paths, right? So I started working for my dad about 10 years ago, and it's been a good experience, you know. I've enjoyed it, and for a long while, working for my father was a bridge. I dropped out of college twice, thrice perhaps, and I didn't know what I was going to do, and I couldn't decide on my major upon the completion of my sophomore year, so I dropped out, started working for him, and then I had a massive breakdown when I was 25, thus the start of this channel. And then somewhere over the past year or two, I feel working for my dad was a bit of a crutch, you know?
My daddy is an entrepreneur. He's got 3 businesses. He earned himself a medical degree, so he's a doctor. I think leading up to this feeling like I was, hold on now. Nope. I developed my YouTube channels. 1, this one here, and 2, the big channel, the Paul Thomas MD YouTube channel. And that was great. That made me feel some sense of importance. It gave me this feeling of having my own thing. But after we even got a little bit successful, very minorly successful, I started taking it easy. And I started becoming complacent and just sort of coasting. And that's what leads us to this big change, is that sense that I can't coast anymore. I need to go ahead and I need to go catch that butterfly. I need to rope that calf. And I need to spread my wings and fly. With that in mind, I went ahead and put in my 3 weeks notice. That notice is up. I have no job. That brings us to present day.
Now, I don't know about you, but I don't like feeling uncomfortable. And that was the biggest thing I needed to overcome in this whole entire experience. It's like, I got comfortable. I don't like feeling uncomfortable. Therefore, in order to promote me breaking out of my shell and becoming a butterfly, I need to get very uncomfortable. And the most uncomfortable thing I could possibly think to do was to leave this job, and so I did. And it leaves me in a situation where, precariously enough, I now must be driven. I now must be focused. I need to set my own schedule, and I need to be self-reliant. I can't swipe a clock anymore. There's no guaranteed paycheck, and if you haven't figured this out, I've essentially decided to become a full-time YouTuber. Thought I might throw on you some statistics that should freak you the fuck out as much as it's freaked me out.
The first thing you gotta know about being a YouTuber is the chances of succeeding are abysmal. I think the likelihood of making a living on YouTube is like 1 in 500,000. Ooh, ants. Lots of ants. Now those statistics would scare the typical person away, but I think with my strong mental constitution and my fear of being a fuck-up, I will rise to the occasion like a balloon filled with helium that never dissipates. So maybe if I stop dicking around, Mom and Dad will take me to the fair.
So basically, I need a plan. First of all, be fabulous. Secondly, I need to find a model, so I've really dug deep in my arsenal of awesomeness, and I have looked to people that have done this before me, that being become a full-time YouTuber and be able to support my family and not feel like a piece of shit for quitting a solid job. The point is, it was stable. Right now, it's executing the plan of a higher release schedule on this channel, a higher release schedule on my other channel, and then setting up diversified income, okay? I can't have all this and not be making all this, which is obvious. We need to set up Patreon, we need to set up merchandising on both channels, we need to find sponsorships, we need to have P.O. boxes for fan mail, we need to do super chats. There's all these things that I've just been putting off because I was afraid of failure. I didn't want to take the risk of failure because failing sounds scary. Being successful also sounds scary, and so I was living in the middle. And so now it's like I've jumped. I've just taken my big, beautiful boulder and just tossed it off that cliff. And we need to see what the fuck's gonna happen.
There's a lot of potatoes inside the sector, honestly. So the money is gonna be a little tight, honey. And in order to supplement my income, I'm going to hop in my car, but here right here, I'm going to drive some Uber. It's my safety net. Basically, Uber's become my new papa. Sorry, Dad. I divorced you. Okay, that's not being weird. In conclusion, I'm gonna be trying some new things on this channel. I really am gonna strike out on my own. I'm going to try to be a YouTuber and an entrepreneur, and I'm gonna see if this can work. And this is gonna be a really important experience for me. Whether I succeed or fail, I need to know that I gave this a fair shot. One of the things that I wanted this video to relay is that I wanna start having more fun on the channel. That was one of the things that I struggled with. I've struggled with massively over the last year, is that I'm not this depressed, horribly debilitated person anymore, and I want to show that for you guys. I want to show that to you guys. I want you to see that part of my life. I think that's important to demonstrate, and I really didn't know how. So we're going to be trying a whole lot of new things on this channel in terms of content. We will still hold on to some of the roots, so I still want to address mental health topics, because as someone who's been severely depressed, you don't just get to walk away from that forever. You usually get reprieves, and so I always want to be conscientious of that. I still want to talk about TRT, but I want to start having fun. I want to put more gym footage out. I want to collab more, and I want to do random stuff. I just want to do whatever comes to mind. I want to play around. So be patient in that process. If you want to stick with me for this, understand that it's going to be a learning curve for me to let go of the old premise and see if we can relaunch this and redevelop this channel. But I'm just going to give it a go. Some things might work, some things might be a little less effective, and I look forward to your feedback and your comments. I do have a lot of things to do. I have all these ideas about how to be independent financially just doing YouTube. I'm also going to be doing video work. I'm shooting a wedding in September. A lot of ideas, but no real sense of how that's going to play out exactly. I just know that I have a really big channel, or a fairly large channel with my dad, the one that has 300K plus, and then I have this little baby that I want to nurture. And we're just gonna see what happens. So thank you so much for your support. Be on the lookout for a lot more content. I'm gonna be leaning on you guys a lot for feedback, advice. I want you guys to stay connected with me on this. And like I said in one of my damn voices, I have to set up Patreons now. I have to set up websites. I need to set up merch. I need to do all these things I've just been putting off because I've been so comfortable in my other job and that extra income that I just didn't care to take this more serious, because what if I failed? That's the whole thing. Like, what if I failed? How would I deal with that failure? So I just never tried. So now we're gonna try. Thank you so much. That's the update, and we'll see you guys very soon. Peace.
I sure hope this works, or I'm gonna be in a fair bit of trouble.